Welcome back to Riddickulous Ramblings, loves. I'm your host, Amy. It's Friday. Woot woot. I hope everyone had a great week and you have an even better weekend. So super excited for our weekend. This Saturday, Sean's cousin Morgan is going to be the lead in the Nutcracker. Hey Taylor fam, love y'all. So we're loading up the kiddos and Sean's mom. Hey mom, love you. And getting all dolled up for a night of music and theater. If you've never been to the ballet, I highly suggest it. You definitely should check it out. It's amazing. Now let's get to it. Today I'm doing something a little different on the show. Every week on Fridays, I'm going to do a feature on a local artist or a local band. So if you're interested in hearing your music on the show, send me any links you have to your music and a bio at riddickulousramblings@gmail.com. Man, I love music. My playlist will take you from Broadway to the hood and everywhere in between. Now, metal is typically my go-to jam, but I do enjoy a variety of music. My daughter Michaela and I, hey Tay-Tay, love you, like to put on 90s, 2000s boy bands and entertain ourselves and other passerbys with our over-dramatic boy band dance moves. 'Cause I want it that way. You can't see it, but my face is all scrunched up and I'm doing the little hand motions. I even do my own solo performances. So if you see a random woman headbanging in her car, throwing up some horns, that's me. Give me a little beep beep and wave hello. Man, music is just so powerful. It's more than a catchy tune to hum along to, right? Music just evokes such raw and powerful emotions. A song can take you back to a memory or help you through a difficult time and help you express your emotions. It's really good as a background for cleaning as well. Although I get too distracted and I end up doing more singing than I do cleaning, but I digress. I've also been everything from a pop princess to a country queen, but my love for metal and rock started about 2 years ago. I was going through a pretty huge life change and I just wanted something to put on and just drown out the noise in my head. And I randomly stumbled across a song called Take the Bullets Away by We As Humans featuring Lacey Sturm. It fit so perfectly into what I was going through. It just, I get emotional kind of like thinking about it. Sorry. It just instantly transformed all of the anger, the hurt, and the confusion I was feeling into such an amazing release of emotions. I sat there and I cried and instantly put this song on repeat and added it to my favorites and eventually drifted off to sleep. And when I woke up, I honestly felt like a new person. Now, it's crazy that I mention I'm a music junkie, but I didn't attend my first concert until I was 37 years old. It was Valentine's Day, and I was flying solo and saw tickets to Rockzilla in Kalamazoo, Michigan that was featuring Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse, Hollywood Undead, and Papa Roach. So I decided to take myself out for Valentine's Day. Aw, I'm so sweet to myself. I put on my favorite flannel shirt and a classic Marvel t-shirt and gussied myself up for a little bit of fun and hit the road for the night. I told my girlfriend Sonia, hey girl, hey, what I was doing, and her response was, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, but you know there's gonna be a lot of pot there, right? And you're going by yourself? Okay, don't eat, drink, or smoke anything anyone gives you. Text me when you get there, text me while you're there, and text me when you get home so I know you're okay. That's my girl. She loves me so much, and I love you right back, boo thing. Yeah, so let me tell y'all, I was overwhelmed when I got there. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And then I saw how many people were there. I mean, there was so many people. And here I was solo. So I get inside the venue and I get down to the floor close to the stage and I started full on panicking. I was sweating, feeling like my chest was going to explode. And all I kept thinking was, oh my God, I made a mistake. I'm bailing. I'm out of here, right? I was getting ready to turn around and wade my way out of the crowd and sit in my car and cry. And that's when the lights went down. It was time for the show. I was still thinking it's not too late. I can still get out of here. It'll be fine. I'm fine. It's all good. But then that first bass note hit through that giant speaker and it just slammed right through my chest. And instantly it just calmed my fears. I knew I was right where I was meant to be. I danced, I sang, I bled my little heart out. It was Mom's night out and I was rocking and raging with the crowd. About an hour later, I had a little contact buzz and I was so happy that I decided to stay. Seeing all those people come together and sing and dance, it truly was amazing. When Papa Roach came out and sang Scars, I was just overcome with emotions and I was an absolute mess. And I will never forget this sweet little young lady, who I was probably old enough to be her mom, was standing next to me and leaned over and gave me a hug and held me while I wept. It's not just a crowd of people. It's not just fans. It's friends and family together vibing out to their favorite songs. So speaking of featuring local artists and local musicians, I decided to reach out to Facebook for local talent to spotlight. And let me tell you, the responses were amazing. I promise I will get to everyone during the course of the show. Also, links to our featured artists and bands will be posted in the episode description for today's show. You should check them out. My first response came from Caspian. Hey Caspian, what's up? Caspian is an almost 24-year-old local artist who has been making music for almost 15 years. He grew up in a house that was constantly playing music. His love for music started with his dad being an avid vinyl collector, and his mom has been playing acoustic guitar locally since before he was born under the name Fire. Caspian's been playing music since the 5th grade when he joined the orchestra playing cello, and 2 years later he switched to upright bass, which led to bass guitar before ultimately leading to guitar. In high school, he started writing his own original music. Influenced by a variety of bands and genres, he describes his style of music as ambient, chaotic jam rock. Some of Caspian's main inspiration comes from bands like Fish, Primus, The Police, Pink Floyd, Nirvana, and South Bend's own Humphreys McGee, and other individuals like Buckethead, Les Claypool, Trey Anastasio, Mike Gordon, and the legend Jerry Garcia. The diversity of these influences mesh decently well and gives him a sound that's unique and original. After graduating from high school, he started playing live wherever he could, backyards, parties, busking on the street, anywhere that would allow him to set up and make some noise. Once COVID started, Caspian really began honing in on his signature sound and became more confident in improvisation due to the quarantine. After COVID, he started playing more frequently, attempting all day, every day if he could. When he turned 21, it allowed full access to bars and other venues that hosted open mic nights and other opportunities. This is where Caspian said he really started to flourish, as he was able to play with other musicians who could put their own spin on his original music. He had continued to do this for months, playing sometimes 3-4 times a week. Caspian had played a few festivals and gigs himself during this time. This year, due to what was essentially a live music writer's block, Caspian took a small hiatus, choosing to focus on personal relationships and work. This week, however, Caspian went back to it with a fresh mind and new ideas. He's got a few things in the works, which he's really looking forward to announcing soon. Beyond that, we'll see what the future holds for Caspian. I'm excited to see what the future holds for you too. Now let's spin some of Caspian's work. Here's That Way, a Caspian original.
Wide awake beneath the stars, tripping on the side of Mars, wishing I could drive all the very best cars. But I'm stuck in the 574, and I see the deer as I step out the back door, and I'm breezing down in my cold. So I throw my hoodie on, headphones, and I'm gone. Wish my life was drawn that way, that's the way she goes. That way, ooh, that way, yeah, that's the way she goes. Around the sun again we go, not afraid that it's gonna stop though. That new day is the best, and that's for sure. Avoid the BS, no need to fight. Do what you can to make it alright. And if you're frightened, spread your wings and take flight. And I throw my hoodie on, headphones, and I'm gone. Wish my life was drawn that way, that's the way she goes. That way, yeah, that way, yeah, that way, yeah. And if I followed her that way, then all I'd have to say, can you make my day? Yeah, can you make my day? That way.
Right on, Caspian, with a little smooth sound there. And next up on the roster is Quid Pro Qo. Quid Pro Qo is a couple of post-hardcore punks from the Michiana area. They've been making music since May of 2024, and they're getting stronger each passing month. Right on, emo bangs swoop to the side. Let's take a listen to Quid Pro Qo while our black fingernail polish dries. I've got to say, I've probably heard that song 1,000 times, but never quite like that. And I enjoyed it. Right on, guys. Great job. Now let's shine the spotlight on Mike Raeder. Mike's a local musician that's played in multiple bands since 1979. He's even made the Musician's Friends catalog cover. That is cool. Mike was born to a single mother of five. With no father and brothers and sisters old enough to leave the house and move on, Mike felt alone until he found music. He was in his first band at the age of 14 and is now 59 years young and still rocking out. Mike's done things most people will never experience, but his biggest thrill is writing music. Something original, something creative. Mike's currently working on music with the Groove Diggers. Love the name. Don't touch that dial. Let's listen to Mike for a while. Here's an original song from Mike, When the World's Too Much. Right on, Mike. Wanted to take my lighter and hold it up in the air and sway side to side. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. I love it. And last up for the show is Mr. Nick Kovach. Nick Kovach is a professional harmonica player, singer slash songwriter, and recording artist who has been playing professionally throughout the Midwest for almost 30 years. Best known for his virtuoso harmonica performances, Nick began playing music professionally at the age of 15 with his original jam band, Funk Park Harmony, with his first paid gig at Mickey's Pub in downtown South Bend, Indiana, representing that 574. After establishing himself in South Bend, Nick lived and played in Chicago for 12 years with the band somewhere in between. During those years, he honed his craft and expanded the breadth of his playing, sharing the stage with some of the finest players that Chicago blues and jam rock scene has ever put out. Since that time, Nick has taken on blues, country, rock, and bluegrass in a number of different live performances and recording projects. He continues to pursue new opportunities and has shared the stage with a number of national touring acts. Nick is currently performing in 3 bands of his own that work throughout the Michiana area. The Happy Campers is Michiana's premier Grateful Dead tribute band. The band has existed in some form or another since the mid-90s, with Nick Kovach coming on board full-time in 2019. They play throughout the Michiana area and beyond and have brought their unique take on the music of the Grateful Dead to countless audiences throughout the Midwest. Shreddy Tendergrass, love the name, is an acoustic bluegrass quartet that plays bluegrass standards as well as fresh interpretations of modern-day classic rock and country with a bluegrass twist. Since 2018, the band has honed their craft and expanded their repertoire. Fancy word! They are working on their first all-original recording project that should be released sometime in 2025. I'll mark my calendar. Breakfast for Dinner is a 5-piece rock band that defies categorization, playing classic rock, funk, country, and blues. The band features a rotating lineup of some of the best players in the Michiana area. The anything goes that is at the core of their musical philosophy creates a live music environment that will keep you on your toes and is sure to provide their listeners with a good time. Let's see if Nick can do the trick. Volumes up, loves. Here's Nick and the Happy Campers. A little bit of twang and a little bit of headbang. I'm here for it. Thank you so much for everyone that reached out, and thank you for my special guests that we had today. Caspian, Quid Pro Qo, Mike Raeder, and Nick Kovach and the Happy Campers. You know what else I'd be a happy camper about? If you left me a comment, topic for discussion, or just a hey girl hey at riddickulousramblings@gmail.com. If you have any bands or artists you want me to check out, or if you're an artist or a band and want to be featured on the show, holla at your girl. Well, I think that about does it for today. I hope wherever you're listening and grooving from, you're doing well and you have a great weekend. Until next time, ta ta for now. Okay, love you.